Good morning. Welcome to today's Daily Devo. I'm Trent. A lot of you know that my family and I lived for many years in the Paradise, California area before we moved here, and that we own a home there. And so, of course, these fires have brought back a lot of the memories and emotions from that time. And our hearts go out to you, especially if you're displaced from your home or wondering about it, wondering what's next. We're praying for God's peace and provision and protection for you and your family. I remember back in 2018 how Twin Lakes Church opened its heart and gave so generously to folks that were affected by that campfire. And it reminds me of a verse in the book of Acts when the Apostle Paul quotes Jesus. And it's interesting, the quote he gives isn't actually found in the Gospels. So he must have heard it from the disciples, or maybe it was something that was repeated in the early church. But it's kind of cool to see another little window into Jesus from a book that isn't one of the Gospels. I think you all have heard the quote. Paul said that Jesus said, "It's more blessed to give than to receive." And of course, it's been amazing watching the outpouring of support here at Twin Lakes Church and other churches and the community in general around these catastrophic wildfires. But I want to look at something else in that verse, and that is this reality that if you're like me, a lot of the times it can be easier to give than to receive, and that can be kind of our normal as independent people, that we get used to being on the giving side of the equation. And the reality is we can't always be on that side. There comes a time for all of us when it's time to receive. And I think some of you might be facing that right now. You're so used to giving, and now here you find yourself in a place of having to receive. But I want to encourage you that the same confidence that you can have when you give and know that there's a blessing in that, you can have that same confidence when it comes time to receive, that God is going to bless those people who are giving. And that when we kind of swallow our pride and allow ourselves to be on the receiving side of the equation, that we are allowing God to bless those people who are giving as well. And it can be a really good heart check, I think, at least in my own life. Receiving can be a heart check and make me a better giver, because it helps me not be motivated by pride. I think that resistance to receiving can sometimes come from pride or this not independence, but I think you know what I mean. So I hope you can be encouraged by that today. If you find yourself on the receiving side of things and that's new to you, just remember that God will be honored and glorified, and let's give Him and God the chance to bless other people as well. Have a great day.